And with the conclusion of the national anthem, it means that we are one step closer to primetime floorball action live here from Georgetown, Texas. Floorball fans, welcome back to the North American Floorball League's broadcast. We're about to have another exciting match here as the Texas Tornadoes take on the Minnesota Growlers. The Texas Tornadoes, a team that hasn't been able to convert on a win yet, coming in with a 0-3 record. They're going to be looking to change that. The Ohio Aviators also coming in with a 0-3 record, coming away with a win today. We'll see if that spells a good omen for the Tornadoes. They had great defense yesterday against the Jaguars, holding them to only 3 goals. But still one more than they were able to put on the board. But that lockdown defense is going to be exactly what they need against the Minnesota Growlers. The Growlers coming in off of a loss to the Fresno Force yesterday, 8-1, and the key for Fresno was putting them on defensive notice that no goals were going to be getting in and trying to keep them out of the box, and it worked well. It was only the 4th time in NAFL history that a team was held to only 1 goal. We're going to see if the Tornadoes can learn from the Fresno Force's example or if the Minnesota Growlers can get their pass-heavy offense going here against Texas. As we head down for the face-off, it's going to be number 26, Tuukka Hiltunen, against number 87, Ted Niederstam. The players getting ready here. And Ilmari Lehtinen trying to get a fast break offensive there. His shot goes off the body of Lindgren. What a way to start the game. The chip pass to Hiltunen. Looking for a man, no one's home. Björninen on the close side. He's forcing it far wing now in the far corner against Niederstam. A hectic opening here. Deflection there by Yipa Roila. Stolen by Vlad Kňasev. Silecek trying to make something happen. Taken there by Eetu Vanjonpa. Captain Yipa Roila with the ball now. Both teams already making substitutions, only 30 seconds in. And it's already been a game of back and forth. The pass to Rene Cotuluoto on the back wing. Silecek getting in the passing lane there. Steal for the Tornadoes. Vlad Kňasev on the back wing. Both he and Santuleto go to the ground. It'll be a Texas hit here. Tyler Lee set to take it. Ronnie Berg there with them. Berg recovering from a foot injury. Toughing it out, getting on the court early. Santuleto, the pass to Yipa Roila. Minnesota coming into today with some very high-scoring players. Currently in 3rd place in the league for scoring is Ilmari Lehtinen with 7 points. Keep in mind that this game hasn't even begun, and that score is still standing, that he's in 3rd. And, of course, in 5th place, it's Tuukka Hiltunen with 6 points. If Hiltunen and Lehtinen can get going again today, it's certainly going to put Minnesota back in a good position for a win. Yipa Roila, cross-court pass. Cotuluoto goes back to Leto. Eetu Vanjonpa going across there. Far wing. He'll take the pass. Back to Leto in the crease. Björninen, cross-court. Samuel Linda, the up man here for the Texas defense. Vanjonpa, go with the pass behind him to Hiltunen. Deep pass down to Ilmari Lehtinen, looking for Vanjonpa. Tyler Lee doing a great job getting in the passing lane there. It'll be a hit awarded to the Texas Tornadoes. Ted Niederstam set to take it. We'll go down to Mueller. Mueller, back to Niederstam. The name of the game for the Tornadoes during their first week of play as a franchise has been chemistry, chemistry, chemistry. They had several core players come in late after their first game. Some players such as Ted Niederstam getting held up in the airport at JFK due to delays, having to come in later. It's been flat-footedness then for the Tornadoes on the team-building aspect. It was something they focused on but weren't able to have all their players there for. But it seems that now they're really starting to come into their own as a team. Now that they have games under their belt as one cohesive unit, that's been the change maker in their games, especially contributing to their impressive performance against the Fort Worth Jaguars yesterday. A hit awarded here again to the Tornadoes. It'll be number 96, Adam Silecek, getting ready to take it. Silecek to Muller. Into Niederstam, coming in close. Ilmari Lehtinen getting a stick in there, able to get the ball away. He'll go with the spin around Kniazev. Lindgren using his body to block him out. Stop the momentum. Yipa Roila blocked there by Kniazev. Hiltonen able to recover. Shot goes off the body of Muller. Peter Lindgren now on the far wing. Ted Niederstam. Staying low and slow. Go with a pass to Tyler Lee. The press now from Valtteri Rantala behind the goal line. And the hit's going to get awarded to the Tornadoes. Tyler Lee set to take it. The pass to Berg. Berg to Lee. Down to Jonsson. Lee. Deep pass off the wall. Looking for Samuel Linda. He'll lose control of the pass. He's still able to recover, but now he's behind Minnesota's goal line. He'll chip the ball around Rantala over to Berg. Back to Samuel Linda. Pass to Case Connor. Trying to find Linda in the box. That shot going off the body of Yipa Roila. Off the wall. The pass for Jonsson going wide. Auroila sending it to Vanyanpa. The hit's going to be awarded here to the Growlers. It'll be number 53, Santuleto. He passes to Auroila. Deep pass to Hiltonen, looking for Lehtinen. Back to Auroila. Over to Leto. Yipa Auroila looking deep for Hiltonen. But it sails too far. It'll be saved there by number 92, Jakob Strum. Lindgren, far wing, pass to Niederstam in the center. Deep pass down to Lindgren. Around Auroila, finding Kniazev. Unable to field the pass, though, losing control. Auroila able to get the ball. The pass to Tuukka Hiltonen. Down the line, he'll find Lehtinen. The spin around. Trying to break Ted Niederstam's defense, unable to so far. The pass to Björninen. He'll have to spin around. Pass to Leto, looking for another opportunity here for the Growlers. Silecek getting to stick in there, breaking up that pass to Auroila. Björninen, the shot goes on the outside of the goal, and Strum recovers it. The Texas defense responding well to pressure so far. Over 5 minutes have passed in the first period, still scoreless. Number 7, Jonathan Mueller. Practically alone here in the Texas backcourt. He'll pass to Niederstam. Niederstam slowly pushing to the center, drawing them in. Mueller to Lindgren. Kniazev now behind the goal line of Minnesota, trying to get it to Niederstam in the box, unable to. Kniazev losing a stick, but he's still able to recover there. After the lost control from Kotelwoto, the shot attempt by Lindgren sails wide right. It's still in bounds. Silecek down to Niederstam, over to Mueller. To find Kniazev. Shot attempt goes off the foot there of Leto, sails wide right past the goal. And now, Kotelwoto recovering there for Minnesota. He'll pass out to Leto. Both teams bringing in substitutions here. The pass over to Rene Kotelwoto. Eetu Vanyanpa in the backcourt. Samuel Linda still the up man here for the Texas Tornadoes defense. Not too much of a press yet, but he's starting to turn the heat up there in Minnesota territory. Kotelwoto, cross court, finds Leto. We go back out to Vanyanpa. And now to Kotelwoto. Spin to try and evade Case Connor, but he loses control, losing it a second time. Breaking the flow there. The hit's going to be awarded to the Growlers. Rest of the first line coming back to the court here for Minnesota as they get ready to resume play. Eetu Vanyanpa, ready to take it. He has Auroila there. The pass to Auroila, now to Björninen. Vanyanpa holding off there on the offensive. Another pass to Björninen, goes off the back wall. Looking for a chance, he'll go down deep, trying to find Auroila. Play stopped, it'll be a face-off in the close corner. after the ball hit referee Sean Eden's foot. Ted Neithistam with the gentleman's face-off, sending it down to Vanyonpa. Back to Auruela. Off the wall to Bierinen. Trying desperately to evade Moeller. He'll have to go with the pass back out to Auruela. Now Bierinen, the shot off the left post, sailing out of bounds. It's going to be the Tornadoes' ball. Moeller, the pass to Neithistam. The Growlers have done a decent job of creating offensive opportunities there. A steal by Bierinen. The goal here for Texas has to be creating offensive opportunities. They're going to need it even more now after that fast break goal. The Minnesota Growlers, first to strike. 12 minutes, 34 seconds still remaining in the first period. Your score now, Texas Tornadoes 0, Minnesota Growlers 1. And it was a phenomenal job on the fast break. That was Ilmari Lehtinen who was able to close that goal, breaking it past Texas's lockdown defense. We'll see if they'll be able to continue that behavior the rest of the game. Heading down for the faceoff. Recovery there by the Tornadoes. Linda, pass to Berg. Deep pass down, looking for Connor, taken by Leto. Valtteri Rantala with a spin back around. He'll pass to Santtu Leto. Auruela over to Rantala, working with Leto on the far wing. Now coming around center lane, facing pressure from Linda. He'll pass out to Leto. Down the line, looking for Rantala. He's got Tyler Lee on him on the defense. Auruela looking for Kotulwoto. Leto backing into the passing lane there. Leto, the lone man in the Growlers' backcourt. Kotulwoto driving in closer. Auruela. He'll go with the pass to Kotulwoto behind the goal line. Around the wall to Auruela. Leto. Back to Auruela. Trying to find it into Rovinen in the box. The pass is blocked, though. Minnesota forced to reset. Chipped away now by Tyler Lee. It's in the air. William Jonsson hitting it out of bounds. It'll be the Minnesota Growlers hit in. Minnesota doing a great job of maintaining momentum so far in this game. Really not letting up. They have a lot of possession time and a lot of free play here in Texas territory. That pass sailing past Hiltonen. Vlad Knyazov on the attack. He'll pass back to Lindgren. Down to Mueller. Off the wall to Tsilecek. Back to Mueller. Driving towards center court. Stolen there by the Growlers. Bierinen on the attack. Neithistam getting a stick in there. Able to recover with help from Lindgren. Now it's out to Mueller. Down to Tsilecek. Tsilecek in center court. The pass to Neithistam. Chipped up towards the box. He still has it. Pasi Arvinen coming out there, but unable to grab the ball in time. Neithistam trying for a Michigan goal. The pass to Knyazov. His shot sailing wide right. Neithistam to Mueller. Back to Lindgren. Pace calming down slightly here for the Tornadoes. Mueller coming around center lane to Neithistam. Neithistam drawing them in. Diagonal pass down to Lindgren. Back to Neithistam. He'll lose control there, fielding the pass. Another pass to Lindgren. In the center, Tsilecek trying to get around Vanyonpa. He'll lose control of the ball. Ilmari Lehtinen now with little contest, able to pass out to Santtu Leto. The pass to Kotulwoto. Coming around center lane now. The pass out to Vanyonpa. Yipa Auruela off the wall. Find Kotulwoto. Less than 10 minutes remain. We're over halfway through the first period. Minnesota still the only team on the board. Tyler Lee chipping the ball out of bounds. It'll be a Growlers hit in. Vanyonpa set to take it. He'll hand it off to Rantala. Shot sailing wide off the back wall. Auruela on Berg there for the recovery. It's going to be a Minnesota ball there off a push call. Connor blocking the pass. Auruela still gets it to Rantala. Saved by Strum. And Tyler Lee and Hugo Rovinen crashing into the wall, taking half of it down. Taking time to repair now. It'll be a Minnesota ball after the repair. Hiltunen and Auruela. The pass to Leto. Down to Bjerninen. Coming around center. Direct shot goes off the body of Muller there. Now it's William Jonsson. Coming down, close wing, heading towards center lane. Go with a pass looking for Connor. Finds him on the wrong side. The ball sailing to Pasi Järvinen. He'll send it down, trying to find Bjerninen. Samuel Linda trying to recover. He's got Jonsson behind him calling for the ball. Out to Muller. Down to Niederstam. The Growlers ending their pursuit on defense there. Niederstam taking time, allowing for substitutions for his team. Zilicek coming around, the pass to Lindgren. Back to Zilicek in the middle. The shot sailing high over the goal, out of bounds. It's going to be a Tornadoes hit in. Zilicek handing it over. It'll be from the far side. Lindgren down to Niederstam. Lindgren looking for an opportunity. He'll find Muller on the far side. He'll go to the ground there. Yipa Roila getting physical there on the defense, staying tight. Spinning around to go with a pass. Zilicek down to Lindgren. Off the wall. Zilicek getting it into the box. It's good. With the assist there from Zilicek. Texas putting themselves back in on the momentum after a rather prolonged offensive drive. They're now on the board in the first period. Your score with 8:23 remaining in the first. Texas 1, Minnesota 1. That goal scored there by Jonas Davidson, a local to the Austin Floorball Club that the Texas Tornadoes were born out of. It certainly got to feel good getting a goal in your own home city. And the ball sent back there. Referees discussing on the match record. It'll actually be Adam Zilicek credited with that goal after the wild grab for possession in the box resulted in the ball going in. Either way, it's a Texas goal, and it's a tie game here with 8 minutes remaining in the first period. And the shot attempt by Bjerninen sends it out wide right. It'll be a hit in here for Texas. Ronnie Berg around the middle, coming down, Jonsson. Sends it back, Berg. Down to Case Connor in the center lane. Shot attempt goes off the body of Hilton, and Vlad Kniasev trying to spin around Leto. The ball sailing out of bounds. It'll be a Texas hit in. It'll be Zilicek. Now getting ready to take the hit. He'll have Muller there for support. Muller sending it down to Lindgren. Deep pass to Niederstam. Spin around. He'll go to the ground. Valtteri Rantala looking to capitalize, but he'll send the shot wild out of bounds. It's going to be a hit in here for Texas. Muller to Zilicek. The shot attempt goes off the blade of his own man, Linda. See what he can do. Trying to get it into the box again. Unable to. Heading back out. Niederstam. Lindgren inside to Linda. Goes off the body of Yipa Auruela. Spinning around. Auruela to Kotelwoto. Down to Rovinen on the close wing. Trying to get it across to his man Rantala. The pass sailing wide. Muller now with an in on the defense. Still a battle for possession in the corner. The ball sails out of bounds. It'll be a Growlers hit in. Ilmari Lehtinen getting set to take the hit here for the Growlers. He'll have Hiltonen there for support. Hiltonen getting it back to Lehtinen. Pass block there off the stick of Lee. Lehtinen spinning around Connor. Shot attempt saved by Strum. It'll be another Growlers hit in. Off the wall, down to Leto. Auruela losing control there with the pass. Vlad Knyazov taking the opportunity to press him. Knyazov trying to get there before Leto can field the ball. It won't work. Now retreating there for the Texas defense. Vlad Knyazov is a player who's shown unmatched hustle. Anytime he's on the court, he's a phenomenal defender. The first Ukrainian player in the NAFL. He certainly brought his talents and put them to good use for the Texas Tornadoes. Auruela, the pass to Hiltonen. Chipped away there by Connor. Another chip by Connor. Great defensive work there by Texas. Lee there for support. But they're going to call a hit here for the Minnesota Growlers. Shot attempt by Hiltonen, saved by Strum. Sending it down off the far wall. Tyler Lee, the spin around Lehtinen, getting the angle. Coming into the center, the pass to Vlad Knyazov. Losing control of it, Jönsson there to recover for the Tornadoes. The shot attempt goes off the body of Leto into the hands of Pasi Järvinen. Lehtinen with an up pass, trying to get it to the middle to Rovinen. Muller's there for the Tornadoes to recover the pass to Nithestam. Nithestam on the far wing. The pass back to Samuel Linde. Coming around, trying to get the angle. He'll find it on Rantala. The pass back to Nithestam. Linde down deep to Lindgren. Behind the goal line, coming out, looking for a passing opportunity. A spin around Vanjonpa to Linde. The shot sails wide left. Just over 5 minutes remain in the first period. Still a tie ball game between Texas and Minnesota. Muller there trying to field that pass. It's going to be an incorrect hit. Free hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. Muller to Nithestam. Over to Lindgren. Off the wall, trying to find Nithestam. Muller dancing around in the backcourt. Waiting for a pass. Lindgren going to try and drive, but go off the wall. Back to Muller. Shot attempt. Flies out of the hands of Pasi Järvinen. It's still a save. Minnesota now with an opportunity. Bjernen. He'll take his time. Wait to allow his team to get players down court. Vanjonpa, the pass to Auruela. Zilecek, the up man on the defense here for the Tornadoes. Hiltonen, shot attempt goes off the stick of Lindgren. Stays in play. Tyler Lee going to try and get there first. Hiltonen able to get it off the stick of Lindgren. The Texas defense coming into its own here. Ilmari Lehtinen. That pass blocked by Nithestam. It's going to be a Minnesota hit awarded. Auruela. No pass to Hiltonen. Coming around. Over to Bjernen. A diving save for Strum. What a play. Vlad Knyazov now on the fast break. A spin around off the wall to Jönsson. Jönsson behind the goal line. Off the wall, trying to find it to himself. It'll be chipped out of bounds by Tuukka Hiltonen. Jönsson, the pass to Lee. Saved by Järvinen. A stick goes flying. Another shot attempt saved there by Järvinen. Ilmari Lehtinen to recover. Pass to Auruela. Certainly some intense back and forth here between the Tornadoes and the Growlers. Both teams know how to play well, fast-paced, and make great counterattacks. Rene Kotulwoto losing control. Knyazov saved by Järvinen. They'll still be fighting for possession against a double team. The pass to Auruela. He's got an opportunity. Samuel Linde able to get there first. The steal by Lindgren. Out to Nithestam. Muller down to Zilecek. Shot sails wide left. 3 minutes remain in the first period. Ball chipped in the air. Lindgren looking for a call. Leto. Stop it in half court. Out to Auruela. Zilecek creeping up. Cutting off the back passing lane. Leto down to Kotulwoto. Off the wall, back to Leto. This is the kind of passing offense that we're familiar with seeing from the Growlers now, it's a similar offense to what we see from the Fort Worth Jaguars as well. Of course, both teams heavily influenced by their Finnish players. Their styles a bit different, and it certainly can create a nightmare for defenses who are afraid to press. Bjerninen on the close wing, sending it down off the back wall to Ilmari Lehtinen. Muller working double time, trying to get it away, chipped out there by Zilecek. But it's going to result in a Growlers hit-in. Ilmari Lehtinen set to take the hit here. Down to Leto. Or to Vanjonpa. Leto. Down to Lehtinen. In the middle to Hiltunen. Tuukka Hiltunen. He shoots, he scores into the upper right corner of the goal. 2 minutes left on the clock. Minnesota retaking the lead. Your score now, Texas Tornadoes 1, Minnesota Growlers 2. The two players on the board for the Growlers now, Tuukka Hiltunen and Ilmari Lehtinen, again, already some of the top scorers in the North American Floorball League. That's thanks to the great success that the Minnesota Growlers have had so far. As an unproven expansion team, they've certainly demonstrated to the rest of the league that they are a force to be reckoned with. The pass to Auroila. Vanjonpa on the far wing. Back to Auroila. Vanjonpa to Auroila again. Still hanging around that far wing. Vladnyasev starting to press. Chipped away there by Jonsson. Minnesota still able to recover. Tarantula. They go back out to Vanjonpa. Driving in. Close. So pass back out to Auroila. Kotelwolto back to Auroila. Kotelwolto rushing the center lane. Pass to Rantala. A lot of cycling here from the Minnesota offense. Now the pass deep to Kotelwolto. Back to Auroila on the wing. Ball goes off the leg there of Case Connor. The pass back to Vanjonpa. Minnesota looking to reset. It's the final minute of the first period. Minnesota still with a 1-goal lead. Kotelwolto looking deep to Auroila. Muller in the corner there. Able to fight him for possession first. He'll get the ball out to Tyler Lee, or at least try to. Now it's a mad grab. Auroila recovering there. Rantala now with the ball for Minnesota. To Auroila. Chipped away there by Muller. Get it out to Kotelwolto. 30 seconds remain in the first period. Santuleto coming around center court. His team making substitutions. Linda trying to press there. Now to come to Ilmari Lehtinen. Driving now. Center lane. Back to Leto. Down to Auroila. 15 seconds. Off the wall to Tuukka Hiltunen. The spin around. Trying to find open court. Auroila. Down to Lehtinen. Goes off the wall. 5 seconds left. Coming around the middle. Hiltunen. The shot attempt by Auroila. Saved by Strum. And that will conclude the first period. It's a tight-knit game so far. Your score after one, Texas Tornadoes 1, Minnesota Growlers 2. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. We're going to have another period of high-octane floorball for you between the Tornadoes and the Growlers in less than 12 minutes. And, of course, stay tuned during the intermission as we have an exclusive player interview. fans, we've just gotten done with an incredible first period here between the Tornadoes and the Growlers. I'm joined here by number 96 for the Tornadoes, Adam Silecek. How are you feeling after the first?
Hello everyone. We are feeling really good because today we started good match, and we believe that we finally will win this game.
What do you think is the core behind that belief? What do you think has changed in the mindset that's obviously carried out in how you've played and how you've done in the first period?
I don't know. We wanted want to do the same things which we trained today in the trainings and trainings before, and we believe that we finally will score more goals like a game before, and we will continue in this good way.
So do you think offense is going to be the key in the next periods?
Yeah, I think so. And of course we have to do good defense jobs and continue on this great game.
Awesome. Adam, thank you so much for joining us. Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the second period of the tight-knit match between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. Well, floorball fans, we are almost ready for the second period here between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. But before we head back down to the court, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. As you know, we sent our explorers out to search the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. Whether you're buying for yourself or a club, your one stop should be floorballplanet.com. And the NAFL has an official clothing partner for the 2023 season. It's Kempa. If you like what our referees are wearing, then you like Kempa, from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. And as we get ready for the face-off to begin the second period, you can trust that the game ball is the only official game ball of the NAFL. Excel. Because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. And of course, floorball fans, don't forget that you can find the statistics for every NAFL game, past, present, or future online at statbeat.com/NAFL. That's statbeat.com/NAFL. As we head back down, it's going to be Hiltonen on Niederstam. It's been a close match so far this game. We spoke during the intermission to number 96, Adam Zielacek, of the Texas Tornadoes. He said that the team has the feeling that this is going to be the game where things finally start to work out. They felt good about their performance in the first period, like they're coming into their own as a team. What's really going to matter is going to be how they preserve and moving forward if they can make offensive chances in this period. It'll be the offense that's the key. Now Samuel Linda behind the goal line. Out to Zielacek, off the legs there of Auruela. Minnesota, of course, ending the first period with momentum, and it continues. That's a goal. Emily Björninen getting to an early start here in the second period. Minnesota first to strike in the second with 19:33 left in the second. Your score now, Texas Tornadoes 1, Minnesota Growlers 3. Texas going to need to rethink their defensive strategy to return to their lockdown defense that brought them so much success in the first two periods against the Fort Worth Jaguars yesterday. Of course, the Jaguars and the Growlers have similar offensive strategies. The Growlers just played a little bit more fast-paced with their pass-heavy offenses. Back to Cotoloto on the close wing here for the Growlers. Cotoloto cycling through the center. Will pass back to Leto. You go to Auruela. Kniasev able to chip the ball away there. Following Leto, he's going to press behind the goal line. Leto able to beat him out, though. Now to Auruela. Valtteri Rantala on the close wing. He'll go back out. Auruela to Leto. Back to Auruela. Connor and Kniasev playing up here for the Tornadoes defense, shifting to a 2-1-2 zone. Auruela missing that pass. Kniasev looking to capitalize. The pass down the line to William Jonsson. In the far corner, it's going to be him on Leto for possession. Connor there to assist. Santu Leto still able to come away with it. Impressive ball handling work there from Santu Leto. He'll pass to Björninen. Vanjonpa now on the close wing. Back out. Leto off the wall. Finds Björninen. Zielacek and Linda both playing up here for the Texas defense. Pressure on Leto. Forces him to Vanjonpa. Over to Björninen. Down the line. Hiltonen. Björninen now driving to lose control of the ball there in the sea of Tornadoes defenders. A penalty call here. Looks like it's on Emily Björninen. That could be a crucial call. But it's going to be on 96, Adam Zielacek of the Tornadoes. That's going to put Minnesota into power play here, already holding a 2-goal lead and the momentum. We'll see if they can use it to widen the gap even further between them and the Texas Tornadoes. Hiltonen, shot goes off the body of Niederstam. Off the wall, pass blocked there by Jonsson. Jonsson looking for a man to pass to, but instead he's only finding Growlers, having to fight hard to maintain possession. Lindgren now being forced back into his own territory. Niederstam He'll beat Hilton into the middle. The pass to Jonsson. Texas mounting impressive offensive pressure here despite being one field player down. Björninen taking it behind the goal. William Jonsson going to release and head back for the power play defense. Hiltunen over to Björninen. Auroila to Björninen, working that far passing lane. Auroila down the line now. Valtteri Rantala behind the goal to Lehtinen. Hiltunen trying to get a goal. Strum saves the ball. Hiltunen goes flying into the goal. It's going to be a hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. Niederstam to take it, sending it down deep. Emily Björninen recovering there from Minnesota. The shot attempt wide right. Ilmari Lehtinen there to try and recover. He'll go down to the ground. The hit awarded to Minnesota. They're going to call it as a push. Lehtinen and Hiltunen. Hiltunen out to Auruela. Jipa Auruela with the pass to Björninen. Auruela with the ball again. Looking for a shot opportunity. He'll pass to Rantala. Soft pass stolen by Mueller. Kicked away by Rantala. Hiltunen looking for an opportunity. He'll go down to the ground. Off some contact with Lindgren. Mueller losing control of the ball. Emily Björninen getting a pass out to Auruela. Down to Lehtinen. Driving off the right post. It was posting out there. It's going to be awarded here to the Texas Tornadoes. Crucial in helping them to outlast power play here. They just might be able to do it. Niederstam driving down, close wing, behind the goal. Spinning around, a lot of speed for Niederstam. The spin to break Björninen. The pass down to Jonsson. Back out to Niederstam. Spin around to Jonsson. He'll have to send it out to the wall. No opportunity for shot in close. Zilicek back on the court. Power play is ended for Minnesota. Shot attempt saved by Järvinen. Vanjonpa staying tight there, taking it slow, allowing for his team to make substitutions. Vanjonpa to Leto. Across the court, Kotelwoto, back to Leto. Kotelwoto, back out to Leto. Passing game developing here for the Growlers offense. Returning to form, Kotelwoto on the close wing. Down to Vanjonpa, Connor and Knyazov the upmen here in the 2-1-2 zone defense for the Tornadoes. 5 minutes have passed so far in the second period. Minnesota, only team on the board. Leto calling for his men to move down deep. To go behind him. To Kotelwoto. Knyazov starting to press harder and harder here for the Texas Tornadoes defense. Looking to make something, anything change. Waiting for Minnesota to make a vital mistake. More substitutions here. Järvinen taking the ball now. Knyazov continuing to play up on the press. Auruela now starting to drive towards center court. He'll go back out. Järvinen now down deep off the back wall to Ilmari Lehtinen and Ronnie Berg able to get there first. He'll chip the ball around Auruela. Case Connor recovering on the close wing. Connor driving. Shot goes off the body of Santorleto. Going around off the wall. Cross court finds Knyazov. The pass down. Jonathan Mueller able to keep momentum going there for the Tornadoes offense. Spin around. Coming in close. The shot goes off the head of Santorleto. Santorleto taking a fast shot there. Straight to the head. He's going to come off for at least a little bit here for the Growlers. It'll be a face-off in the far corner there. Silecek with the gentleman's face-off there, sending it out of bounds. It'll be Minnesota's ball. 13:45 remaining in the second. The pass to Vanjonpa. Down to Kotulwoto. Cross court. Auruela to Vanjonpa. Coming around center lane. And that ball blocked there by Silecek. Gets it out to Lindgren. Chipped off the stick of Rantala. Muller's there to recover. Off the wall. He'll find Lindgren. Lindgren from the far wing. Looking for an opportunity. Coming around center court. The pass to Niederstam on the close wing. In the box, just missing Lindgren for a shot opportunity. Just a little too early. Silecek off the wall. Finds Muller. Texas still keeping the offensive drive alive here. Niederstam. Deep pass. Silecek coming around towards the center. Just wide left. Vanjonpa off the back wall. It's Auruela. Auruela taking it behind the goal, letting his offense set up and his team make substitutions. Santuleto returning to the court now. The pass to Vanjonpa. Coming down, Tuukka Hiltunen. He's got some open court. Pass to Lehtinen. Lehtinen playing keep away there from Tyler Lee. The pass to Vanjonpa. He's got an opportunity. He'll take it. Sails wide out of bounds. It's going to be a Texas hit-in. Tyler Lee with the pass to Ronnie Berg. Pass to William Jonsson. Back to Ronnie Berg. Looking for an opportunity. Connor cycling to the far wing. Knyasov coming to the close. He's got Jonsson in the middle. Deep pass down. Try to find Knyasov inside the goalkeeper's crease. But instead he only finds number 77, goalkeeper Pasi Järvinen. Vanjonpa facing some pressure there from Case Connor, team captain of the Tornadoes. Cross-court pass. He'll find Bjärninen. Back again to Vanjonpa. Coming down the line now, Ilmari Lehtinen. His pass broken up there by Tyler Lee. He's still got possession coming around center court. Over to Hiltunen. Posting out off the outside of the goal. It's going to be Texas's ball. 11:37 still remaining in the second period. Niederstam working with Muller there. He's got Silecek across. Go to Muller. Lindgren cycling back into the backcourt. Rantala starting to pressure here from Minnesota. In the center to Samuel Linda. The shot attempt into the hands of Pasi Järvinen. Another save for him on the night. Auruela working there with Leto. Auruela getting an angle on Silecek. Will go to Kotulwoto. Deep pass there intended for Hugo Rovinen, but it rolls up and out of bounds. Muller to take the hit here for Texas. The pass to Lindgren. Coming now, center lane. The pass to Niederstam on the close wing. Back to Lindgren. Down deep. Niederstam just missing the timing there for that shot opportunity. Niederstam. The pass back to Lindgren. Down to Silecek. The shot attempt goes off the body there of Rene Kotulwoto. Niederstam to Linda. Can they get another try? Yes, they can. Ted Niederstam, number 87 there, with a goal for the Texas Tornadoes. If at first you don't succeed, try again. Phenomenal job there. Samuel Linda creating another opportunity for the Tornadoes. 10 minutes, 37 seconds still remaining in the second period, and it's getting closer again. Your score, Texas Tornadoes 2 versus the Minnesota Growlers 3. Ted Niederstam, 7 years experience in the SSL, captain of Holviken IBF, certainly bringing a wealth of experience and knowledge here to the relatively young Texas Tornadoes team. Ronnie Berg there being pushed to the back wall. Bjärninen recovering. He'll pass down to Auruela. Bjärninen looking for an opportunity. He'll go cross court. Here to Vanjonpa. Back to Auruela. Deep pass. Lehtinen to Vanjonpa. The Growlers turning up the heat there in response to that goal. Off the wall. Connor able to recover here for the Tornadoes. The pass to Jonsson. Chipped away by Vanjonpa into the hands of Järvinen. Nearly another successful counterattack. Vlad Knyasov facing defense there from Auruela. He's able to chip it into the corner. And it's going to be a penalty call on Vlad Knyazov. It could certainly change the momentum of the game heading out there after that contact with Yipa Roila taking out a third of the stadium's boards having to be repaired there. Now, Minnesota is going to enter power play right after that Tornadoes goal. Team captain Case Connor discussing there with the referees. With exactly 10 minutes left on the clock, we're halfway through. Now Minnesota with a chance to re-extend their lead, reassert their dominance here. Järninen to Hiltunen. Järninen, pass, Lehtinen. Working that far lane. Now driving in, Tarantula, stolen there by Jonathan Muller, sending the ball deep into Minnesota territory. Jonsson still pursuing. Now coming back to Texas territory. Auroila over to Bjerninen. Still a lot of passing here, staying on the perimeter mostly for Minnesota. Through the legs of Jonsson. Ball chipped around, too much spin for Lehtinen to get there in time. Still able to get possession. He's got an opening to Hiltunen. Ball sailing behind him. In the box, Rantala missing the shot opportunity. Great defense here by Texas in power play. Bjerninen sending it down. Power play over, halfway over. Auroila back to Bjerninen. Shot attempt saved by Ström. Lehtinen now with the ball. The pass to Hiltunen. Down, Auroila. From the point, down to Lehtinen. Shot attempt saved again by Ström. Jonsson chipping the ball out of bounds. Tuukka Hiltunen set to take the hit in here for the Minnesota Growlers. 35 seconds remaining. Jonsson getting a stick in there, breaking the flow. Lindgren now with possession here for the Tornadoes. The pass to Niederstam. He has some open waters in front of him. Off the wall to Lindgren. Facing double-team defense there. Jonsson there for support. Lindgren in the corner. Still able to chip it out and away. That pass blocked there by Auroila. Now it's a mad grab. Off the back wall, find Rantala. Auroila going to the ground. It'll be an injury timeout. Number 64, Captain Yipa Auroila, now being evaluated by a trainer. And applause as Yipa Auroila able to get to his feet. He'll head to the Minnesota sideline there for further evaluation. Players getting ready to resume here. It'll be a face-off on the close wing. 9 seconds remaining in power play. It'll be a gentleman's face-off. Jonsson sending it down to Vanjonpa. Santoletto, the pass to Rovinen on the far wing. Power play is over. Vlad Knyazov back in. He'll sub for Silecek. Leto in his own backcourt. Pass down the middle. Kolterwolto broken up by Niederstam. Now it's Silecek on the attack. The pass to Lindgren. Lindgren to Niederstam. Pass just wide left. Advantage play here for Minnesota. Vanjonpa sending it off the boards. Leto going behind his own goal. The pass to Koteluoto. Substitutions here for Minnesota. Björninen on the far side, and Jipa Auroila back on the court after being evaluated. Auroila, the pass back to Leto. Looking around, pass chipped there by Linda, still makes it to Hiltonen. He tries a shot, but it sails high over the goal. It'll be a Minnesota hit in. Auroila trying to send one in. It goes off the body. It was through him. Niederstam now for the Tornadoes. Sending it down to Muller. Muller driving in. Niederstam now lingering on the close side. Trying to get an angle on Hiltonen. Hiltonen able to break up the pass attempt. It's in the corner. Lindgren still with control. Zilicek behind the goal. Samuel Linda. Niederstam to Lindgren. Texas mounting some offensive pressure. Zilicek losing control there. Ilmari Lehtinen trying to drive. Pass stopped there by Mueller. Play's going to be stopped. It's going to be a hit awarded here to Minnesota. The Texas sideline not happy about that call. The referee's not pleased. Speaking there with Peter Lindgren, who serves as assistant coach. Lindgren walking off now after discussion about the Texas sideline's reaction to that call. Leto, Tarantula, deep shot, sails wide left. Rovinen trying for a Michigan goal, saved by Strum. Advantage play granted here to Texas. It's going to be a Tornadoes hit. The game getting heated. Tensions getting riled. Ronnie Berg coming around the middle. Pass in the center to Knyazov. Looked like a push there from Koteluoto. Tyler Lee now with the ball. Still in the backcourt. Staying around three quarters. Shifting to the far wing. Off the wall. Around Rovinen to Connor. Connor sending it down. William Jonsson in the back corner. Behind the goal line. Looking for an opportunity. Jonsson coming around close side. Down to Berg. Berg sends a powerful shot. Hit in the air off the body of Rovinen. Case Connor on the attack. Saved by Järvinen. Nearly a goal there for the Tornadoes after the ball got lost in translation. Vanyanpa off the wall. Rantala trying to drive around Lee. Lee losing his stick, but Jonsson on the offensive here for the Tornadoes. Goes off the body of Leto, but another one goes in. Second time's the charm there for number 18, William Jonsson. And it's back to a tie ball game. Texas starting to turn all cylinders. 5 minutes, 27 seconds still remaining in the second. Your score now, Texas 3, Minnesota 3. William Jonsson, been playing since he was 6 years old. With D1 experience in Sweden, it showed there on that fast break offensive. Heading back down now for the face-off. It's going to be Tuukka Hiltunen against Ed Niederstam. Recovery by the Growlers, but the Tornadoes breaking the line. They're able to get some control. Linda with the pass now to Lindgren. Lindgren in the center lane. Calling for Niederstam. Looking for an opportunity here. Niederstam coming close. Will take the pass. We go back to Lindgren. Texas taking it slow right now. Linda coming in the center. Deep pass down. Zilicek trying for a sweep shot. He'll lose control. Emily Björninen sending it down the far corner. Ilmari Lehtinen to Hiltunen. Goes off the body of Niederstam. Muller down the line to Lindgren. He's got Linda deep along with Zilicek. He's driving in. Chipped away by Auroila. Ilmari Lehtinen with a chance there. He gets it to Auroila, but his shot is too powerful, sailing out of bounds. It'll be a Minnesota hit in. New line coming out to the court for the Tornadoes. 4:34 remaining in the second period. Rovinen to Auroila. The pass down deep. He'll find Santuleto. Back to Auroila. Facing some heavy defense there. Jonsson able to get control for Texas. The pass back to Tyler Lee. Lee, far wing. Pass to Berg in the backcourt. Rovinen and Rantala, the up men here for the zone defense. Lee now on a breakaway on the far side. Still able to get possession. It's a mad rush for possession there with Rovinen, and it gets called off. It'll be a hit here for the Tornadoes. Texas continuing some momentum here. Vlad Knyazev's shot goes off the body of Kotluoto. Jonsson driving now, a lot of speed going around behind the goal line. Back on the close wing in the center court. He successfully completed one half-court loop there on that run. Berg back to Jonsson. Deep pass to Connor. The shot is good. Team captain Case Connor puts Texas in the lead. A phenomenal shot there under the leg of Järvinen. 3 minutes, 42 seconds remaining in the second period. No longer a tie game. Your score, Texas Tornadoes 4, Minnesota Growlers 3. It's another goal for Case Connor, who's one of the top performers for the Tornadoes team. That's his third goal on the season. He also has 3 assists. That pass sailing all the way back to Strum for the Tornadoes. Over to Mueller. The key for Texas now is trying not to lose this momentum before the intermission so they can keep this advantaged mindset heading into the third period. Texas hit in here. Mueller to Lindgren. Cross court, Niederstam. Facing a press there from Hiltonen. Full court defense here from Minnesota. Now they'll back off. Niederstam coming down the line. Looking for Lindgren. Instead will go cross court to Mueller. Down the line. Silecek coming around. Niederstam on the close wing. Trying to get it into Linda. The pass just off. Santuleto there for the Growlers to recover. Down the line. Minnesota, a very powerful team in the first game of the 2023 season. They took down the reigning champions of the Troy Cup, the Florida Vikings, 10-7. They're certainly capable of high-octane offense. They love to use the passing game. It's just a matter of whether or not they can compete against Texas's lockdown defense. It's a very similar situation to Fresno's defense yesterday that held the Growlers to only 1 goal. We'll see if they were able to learn any lessons from that game yesterday as they look to retake the lead here against the Tornadoes. The pass to Kotluoto, close wing, coming around, center lane, back to Auruela. Deep pass, down to Rene Kotluoto. Against Mueller, in the backcourt. Lindgren there for support, ball chipped out of bounds. It's going to be a Growlers hit in. Valtteri Rantala is going to have support there. Rene Kotluoto. Kotluoto off the wall, looking for Rantala. Auruela's there to box out Peter Lindgren. Smart physical play here from Minnesota. The shot attempt off the helmet of Strum. Mueller on the recovery here for the Tornadoes. A spin around Auruela. The pass to Lindgren, now to Niederstam, down to Samuel Linda. The chemistry of Texas certainly coming together in this game. Less than 2 minutes on the clock. Texas still with a 1-goal lead. Samuel Linda on the far wing. The pass back to Jonathan Mueller. He's got Silecek at center. Niederstam also on the row. Lindgren coming down, close wing. Off the wall to Lindgren. Vanjonpa on him tight. Back out to Niederstam. Shot attempt goes off the body of Kotluoto. Rantala nearly giving up possession there. Samuel Linda with the try. It's going to be a Minnesota hit in. Both teams switching lines. A minute 23 still left in the second. Auruela to Hiltonen. Back to Leto. Auruela to Leto. Knyazov starting to press. Hiltonen with the ball now in the backcourt. Coming in towards the center, drawing in Connor and Knyazov, leaving Auruela open. Now he's coming towards the center, off the wall, trying to find Bjerinen, and it's just a little bit out of control. Throws off the timing of the offense. Minnesota trying to mount momentum here. Last minute of the second period. Cross court, Ilmari Lehtinen trying to drive now. Case Connor using his large frame there to help box him out, but Lettinen still with possession behind the goal line. Chip pass out. Hiltunen shot attempt sailing wide. Björninen looking to recover. A pass to Leto over to Auroila. Into Hiltunen off the body of William Jonsson. Ilmari Lettinen gets it into Auroila off the body of Tyler Lee. Phenomenal field player defense here from Texas. Kniasev to the ground. Another shot off the body of Jonsson. And Jacob Strom falling on the ball. Play stopped. People falling over each other. Referee Sean Eden trying to calm down the situation. Sancholetto falling over Strom there. It's all love between the two as they shake hands as Leto goes back towards Minnesota's substitution zone. 23 seconds left on the clock after that kerfluffle. And it's going to be Texas ball to resume play there. Peter Lindgren to take it after that 6-car pileup in the goalkeeping crease of the Tornadoes. Niederstam back to Lindgren, over to Mueller. 20 seconds remaining on the clock, trying to get around Rovinen. Back to Lindgren. He's got Linda in the center. Deep pass down, intercepted by Rene Contoluotto. The spin around Linda, driving down deep. Tarantula just wide, sailing out of bounds. It'll be a Texas hit in with 4 seconds on the clock. Jonathan Mueller over to Niederstam. He's going to hold on to it. No reason to risk it. As time expires in the second period, your score after 2. Texas Tornadoes 4. Minnesota Growlers 3. Floorball fans, what a match we've had. It's a great way to celebrate primetime floorball in North America. Don't go anywhere. We're going to be back in just a few minutes with the exciting third period between the Tornadoes and the Growlers. And of course, stay tuned during the intermission as we'll have another exclusive player interview. Floorball fans of the North American Floorball League, we just finished the second period of a tense match here between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. Joining me here, William Jonsson. How are you feeling after the second period?
I'm feeling good. The first period was kind of bad from our side, but we came out stronger and more like a team. I'm feeling good.
What do you think was the change? Was it mentality? Was it tactics between the first period and the second?
Most mentality. We got a pretty simple tactic. We just got to get stick to it and play with the heart. And we got some boost on the way. We got some weirdly decisions against us, and that make the team want to play more.
Understood. So what do you think is going to be the key now in the third period as you look to hold on to your 1-goal lead?
Expand the lead. 1 goal isn't enough. We're just going to push like we did in the second period, and hopefully we turn out fine.
Understood. Well, William, best of luck to you in the third period.
Thank you.
Floorball fans, don't go anywhere. You're not going to want to miss the conclusion to this exciting match between the Tornadoes and the Growlers. Well, floorball fans, it's almost time for the third period of this exciting matchup between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. But before we return to the court, we'd like to remind you that the NAFL wouldn't be possible without the help of our sponsors. We sent our explorers out to search the galaxy. They came back and told us there was only one stop for everything floorball, floorballplanet.com. Whether buying for yourself or a club, your one stop is floorballplanet.com. Of course, the NAFL also has an official clothing partner for the 2023 season. It's Kempa. If you like what our referees are wearing, then you like Kempa from head to toe, from shoe to shirt. As we get ready for the face-off, you can trust that the game ball is the only official game ball of the NAFL. Excel, because like the NAFL, Excel chooses to rule. Recovery there on the face-off by the Minnesota Growlers. Texas gaining some traction there towards the end of the second period, coming away with their first lead of the game. Järvinen now on the close wing. He'll pass it down to Lehtinen. Minnesota going to look to supercharge their offense. They'll have to rely on more passing. Texas has been doing a great job with lockdown defense. We spoke during the intermission with William Jonsson, number 18 of the Tornadoes. He said Texas's key heading into this period is to extend their lead. He says one goal simply isn't enough to come away with the win. Hiltunen with the ball behind the goal line. We'll send it down. Ilmari Lehtinen, far wing, the spin around Linda. Pass back out to Leto. Tensions have been running high towards the end of the second period there. Several players falling over each other towards the Texas goal. Certainly some physical play, some physical defense. Minnesota, a team that big shoulder-to-shoulder contact into their drills during pregame, testing their players to make sure they can maintain leverage in tight defensive battles. Niederstam chipping the ball away there from Rantala. Auruela having to send it out on an escape route to Santuleto. Rovinen runs into Case Connor there. The ball getting crushed there, it appears, after that collision. Case Connor coming like a thief in the night. Hugo Rovinen not expecting it. As soon as he turns around, finding the 6'6" frame of Connor. Face-off here from the far center court. Connor on Leto. Recovery by Connor, sending it down deep into Texas territory. Muller working the wing. Double-team defense on him between Lehtinen and Hiltunen. They're going to draw a foul. It'll be a hit awarded to the Tornadoes. To be taken by number 21, Peter Lindgren. Sending it down to Muller. Jonsson back on the court. And Muller, the pass to Jonsson. Texas taking it slow. Facing a full court press defense. Nearly working there. Järvinen able to chip the ball away. Jonsson on Järvinen. Järvinen falling on the ball. Great quick thinking there from goalkeeper Pasi Järvinen. Over to Santuleto, facing a heavy press from Vlad Nyasa, but it leaves Vanjonpa open. He'll come down, Bjerninen, back to Vanjonpa. Cross court, finds Hiltunen. Driving towards the center, shot sailing wide left. Ball up in the air. Muller unable to keep it in bounds. It's going to be a Texas ball here. Lindgren over to Niederstam. Back to Lindgren. Niederstam, far wing. The pass to Lindgren. Down to Jonsson, able to get the angle on Rovinen. Driving down now. He's got Zielicek for support, but Rovinen with the steal. Linda chipping it away. It's back and forth here. Jonsson in the middle, looking for support from behind. Cotoluolto with a push there. It's going to be a hit awarded to the Tornadoes as a result. Lindgren to take it for the Tornadoes. He'll go to Niederstam. Back to Lindgren. Linda for a wing. Tornadoes taking their time. Not looking to make a vital mistake that could cause them to give up their lead. Niederstam, cross court to Jonsson. In the center, looking for Niederstam. Chipped in the air. Niederstam able to maintain possession. Shot attempt goes off of the body of Auruela. Rovinen not able to get there in time. Niederstam able to take it. Rovinen losing a stick. Niederstam behind the goal line, trying to get it into Jonsson. Chipped by Vanjonpa twice. Off the back wall. Jonsson gets it to Zilecek. Now to Lindgren. Center court. Zilecek, the shot attempt off the foot there of Pasi Järvinen. Texas currently holding a lot of offensive momentum and pressure here to start off the third period. We'll see if Minnesota has a response. The pass to Jipa Auruela. Back to Santuleto. Vlad Kniazev, the heavy press, unable to stop the pass to Auruela. Cross court. Björninen, the shot sails wide right. Björninen in the far corner. Have to go with an escape route. It doesn't matter. The free hit's going to be awarded here to Minnesota down in the far corner. Hiltunen to take it. He has Auruela with him. Auruela off the back wall to Lehtinen. Moeller with some aggressive defense there for Texas. Björninen saved by Strum. The ball chipped in the air behind the goal line. Another save by Strum off the shot attempt by Hiltunen. Now it's Nidestam on the far wing. Driving. He's got Kniazev to the right. Kniazev trying to save it there. Hiltunen on the steal. Hiltunen on the attempt goes off the body of Moeller, sailing to the far behind there. Going out of bounds. It's going to be a Minnesota hit in. The tides are turning. 15:41 still to go in the third. Second line coming out here for the Minnesota Growlers. It's going to be Kotelwoto with Rantala here on the hit. Over to Rantala. The pass down deep. Santuleto. Zilecek pressing. Vanjonpa over to Rantala. Close wing. Working cross-court passing. On the far side. Looking for an opportunity to go to Leto. Staying in the backcourt so far here for the Growlers. Zilecek, the up man in the defense. Not a lot of movement down court yet. Vanjonpa going to send it down to Rantala. Off the stick. Zilecek. Jonsson had an opportunity, didn't take the shot. Now it's Rantala on the offensive to Vanjonpa. It's good. Eetu Vanjonpa. Off the steal and fast break. Back to a tie ball game here with 15 minutes, 5 seconds still to go in the third. Your score now, Texas 4, Minnesota 4. Minnesota for the past 2-3 minutes really building some momentum. They were building a lot of possession time, and it finally paid off there on a counterattack against the Tornadoes. It'll be Nidestam on Hiltunen. Case Connor pushing forward there off the faceoff for the Tornadoes. Aggressive defense from Auruela. Able to force the ball out. Now it's Santuleto. He'll come to Björninen. Back to Leto. Coming down the center. He'll go out to the wing to Hiltunen. He's got an angle. He'll go down. Lehtinen to Björninen. Shot attempt goes off the body of Berg. Another one saved by Strum. Björninen to Lehtinen. Texas needs to break some of this momentum, release some of the pressure in order to put themselves back in the right mindset. That's what William Jonsson said was the most important change from the first period to the second. So maintaining that mindset is what Texas is going to have to do now that it's back to a tie ball game. William Jonsson will go to Nidestam. Coming closer to the center lane, the pass to Lindgren. Lindgren down to Jonsson, trying to get around Auruela. He'll pass to Nidestam, saved by Järvinen. Jonsson, shot attempt, high out of bounds on the no-looker. It'll be a hit in here for Minnesota. Right, they'll call it out on Minnesota. It's going to be a hit for Texas. Lindgren, the pass to Nidestam. Down to Jonsson. Nidestam losing control, but not enough of a press here from the Growlers to make it count. Jonsson moving center wing. Back to Nidestam. Down to Zilecek. Facing a little bit of press there from Rovinen. Lindgren switching around now. Center court. Nidestam back on the wing. Nidestam. Center lane. Going back into the backcourt here for Texas. Lindgren now with the ball. A lot of backcourt passing here for Texas. Neither stop. Looking at advance. We'll go down deep. Zilicek. A shot opportunity goes off the right post. Sails out of bounds. It'll be a Minnesota ball. Santuleto, the pass to Vanyonpa. Knauseth and Connor playing the front row here. Working with Hiltonen on the far wing. The Growlers slowing down the pace of the game. That's one of the benefits of a pass-heavy offense. Looking down deep. Lehtinen now behind the goal line. Chipped away. Muller into the center. Hiltonen shot attempt just goes on the outside of the goal. Another one sails far right. Minnesota doing a great job creating opportunities. A save by Strum there off the Bjerrinen attempt. Sending the ball down deep, looking for Connor. Taken by Leto. Knauseth there to recover. It's still Minnesota who's going to get the upper hand. The ball to Muller in Texas territory, trying to spin around Vanyonpa. He's giving Lehtinen an opportunity. Back to Vanyonpa, to Hiltonen, it's good! Tuukka Hiltonen expanding the lead of the Growlers off some fast passing and several quick attempts. The pressure amounting to something there. Minnesota now with a 2-goal lead. Give me a 1-goal lead. Your score, 12:25 remaining in the third. It's now Tornadoes 4, Growlers 5. Texas here going to have to work double time to preserve the mindset that this still could be their game. Of course, floorball is a fast-paced, high-energy sport where anything can happen. Certainly teams have made bigger comebacks than this. Lindgren now on the far side. The pass back to Jonsson. Lindgren, far wing. Pass blocked by Rantala. Off the wall. Trying to find Jonsson. Vanyonpa pressing off the wall. Back to Lindgren. Jonsson into Linda. Saved by Järvinen. The pass down. Rene Kotuluoto. The spin around. Blocked by Linda. Linda pushing it to the wall, chipped deep into Minnesota territory. Vanyonpa going to the ground. It's hit around. Auruela now with an opportunity. The press from Zilicek. And now the Tornadoes starting to retreat. Of course, in one of the first games of the season between the Jaguars and the Aviators, the Jaguars overcoming a 1-goal deficit in the last moments of the third period with a game-winning goal scored with 15 seconds left on the clock. Texas certainly still has a chance here. Lehtinen. Pass back down. Santuleto. Järvinen. Back to Leto. Lehtinen far wing losing his stability there. Still able to recover. Bjerrinen. Shot goes off the body of Ronnie Berg there. Hiltonen getting it to Lehtinen behind the goal line. Ted Niederstam able to get it to his goalkeeper, Strum. Niederstam pressing hard on the offensive there. Shot attempt goes off the body of Bjerrinen. A hit awarded to Minnesota there. It's going to be a push call on number 64, Case Connor. Auruela, the pass to Leto. They go far wing, Kotuluoto. Minnesota certainly in no hurry, not looking to squander their newfound lead. Rene Kotuluoto starting to charge in. Will go back out to Leto. More backcourt passing here from the Minnesota Growlers. Leto, far side. Rantala in the middle, back out to Auruela. So far, it's a wild goose chase for the Texas defense on this drive. Latnyasov playing up Jonsson, also pressing occasionally on the close wing. The ball not really traveling past half court here so far. The Growlers certainly looking to eat up some time here. Pass deep, intercepted. Jonsson to Niederstam. Niederstam driving down. He'll get around. He has a pause, looking for a man. He'll go. Knauseth trying to find Connor. Jonsson able to recover. Lindgren, far side. Coming around the goal line now. Leto behind him. Lindgren looking for an out. He'll find Knauseth. Jonsson into Case Connor. It's good. Case Connor's second goal of the game off of a beautiful assist pass And it's back to a tie game. What an intense matchup here between these two teams. Your score with 9:39 remaining in the third. Texas Tornadoes 5, Minnesota Growlers 5. Captain Yipa Roila heading to the sideline, certainly not happy after that defensive lapse, giving Texas a foot back up. As we head down for the faceoff, it'll be number 14, Ronnie Berg, against number 26, Tuukka Hiltunen. Chipped out to Björninen. It's got Zilicek behind him. Linda in front of him will go with a pass out to Eetu Vanjonpa. Vanjonpa looking for an opportunity. We'll go back. Working the backcourt there with Leto. Vanjonpa to Hiltunen. Driving down far side, down the line, Ilomari Lehtinen behind the goal line. Goes off the foot of Mueller. Järninen to Leto. That pass intercepted by Zilicek. Momentum still heading down for Texas after some back and forth there. Fancy stick work from the Tornadoes, keeping them alive. Leto able to take the ball, though. Still, a Minnesota offensive halted. Pass to Vanjonpa. Texas retreating. Minnesota's going to have a chance here in their own backcourt to restart their passing game. That's the key for them. Whenever they can keep passing and working down the court, they can find opportunities from the perimeter and send them in, just as we've seen on several of their goals tonight. Kotuluoto looking back for Vanjonpa. Auroila, the pass back to Vanjonpa. Rantala trying to defend hard against Jonsson. Good job boxing out to Kotuluoto in the middle. He's driving. He might have an opportunity. It goes off the foot of Moeller. Kotuluoto fighting hard there for the Growlers. He'll get it out to Vanjonpa. Good pressure here from Minnesota. Rantala back to Auroila. Kniasev pressing. That ball going off the body of Case Connor. Vanjonpa chasing it down. He'll go to the wall. The refs are saying it's shoulder-to-shoulder contact. It's fair play. Vlad Kniasev driving down. He'll go behind the goal line here of Minnesota. Getting it in the box. Pasi Arvinen able to grab it. Team captains there chirping in the crease. Case Connor and Yipa Roila. Tensions running high here. It's a tight game, an intense physical match. Yipa Roila. The pass to Hiltunen. The shot attempt off the body of Peter Lindgren. Now Niederstam on the offensive. He'll pass down to Ronnie Berg. He's got to fight to get there before Auroila. Pasi Arvinen recovering the ball, but it's going to be a hit awarded here to the Tornadoes. Zilicek looking for the ball. He'll be ready to take it with Ronnie Berg. He's got Lindgren down deep on the close wing. He'll chip it to Lindgren. Cross court to Niederstam. Niederstam back to Lindgren. Järninen starting to press more from Minnesota here. Zilicek now driving down. Shot attempt. Smith sails wide. Berg to the ground. Järvinen grabbing the ball. Minnesota trying to capitalize. Järninen on the offensive. Over to Hiltunen. Chipped away by Niederstam. Hiltunen goes off the feet there of Lindgren. Sails to the far corner. Hiltunen going into the wall. It's going to be a hit awarded to the Growlers. Hiltunen certainly took a hard hit there. Taking a moment. 6:39 remaining in the third. As time dwindles down, the game only heating up in this tie match between Texas and Minnesota. The court cleaned, and now play ready to resume. Hiltunen to Lehtinen. Leto, the shot is good. Santuleto, number 53 there, with the goal that Minnesota was desperately looking for. 6:34 remaining in the third. The Growlers back on top. Your score, Tornadoes 5, Growlers 6. It's a hard-fought match. Every hit counts. Every call counts. Every foul counts. And we see it proven there with the Growlers. Just 5 seconds after that free hit came the Santuleto goal, putting Minnesota back on top. But as we've seen, things can change drastically, rapidly. We're going to see if the Tornadoes can prove that. Knyazov boxing out. Bjernanen for the ball. Muller driving in. That shot off the body of Auruela. Keeping him around half court. Texas with signs of new life after that goal. They know they need to kick it into high gear here as time runs out. Auruela to Bjernanen on the close wing. Coming around center court. Chipped away by Connor. Pass down deep to the corner. Looking for Lehtinen. Connor pushing it to the wall. Bjernanen trying to get a pass off. He'll have to break through defenders. Chipped away by Mola, preventing a shot opportunity by Lehtinen. Another hit awarded here to the Minnesota Growlers. New lines here for both teams. Valtteri Rantala looks set to take the hit. 6 minutes flat remaining in the third. Rovinen to Rantala. Spin around trying to break the defense. Peter Lindgren able to get control. The hit's going to be awarded here to Texas. The pass to Nivestam. He's got Linda on the wing. Coming in, center lane. He'll go back to Lindgren. He'll have to run the ball down a bit to field it. Still not much pressure from the Growlers defense yet. In the center to Nivestam. The shot attempt just wide right. Zilicek is there for the Tornadoes behind the goal line, getting it to Berg. Selling around the bend now. Leto on the offensive. The pass to Rantala. The shot sails wide, out of bounds. It's going to be a Texas hit in. 5.5 minutes remain. Nivestam to Lindgren. Substitutions in here for Minnesota. Nivestam. Center court. We'll go to Lindgren. Lindgren driving in tight now. He'll spin around, looking for a chance. He'll get it to Linda. The shot just wide left. Taken by Eetu Vanjonpa for the Growlers. He'll be able to evade Zilicek. Backing out. Zilicek not letting up the press. Now starting to back up. The pass out to Santuleto. 5 minutes remain in the third period. Minnesota currently with the 1-goal lead. Vanjonpa on the close side. It's still anybody's game. Leto. The pass to Hiltunen. Minnesota staying deep in their own backcourt. The full court press defense here from Texas. Hiltunen rushing down now. Deep pass. Intercepted by Nivestam. The spin to try and evade Lehtinen off the back wall. He'll find Lindgren. Knyazov coming in for Zilicek. Knyazov down to Jonsson. Back to Nivestam. Over to Lindgren. Lindgren with a spin, trying to get around. Hiltunen getting it into the box, saved by Pasi Arvinen. Bjernanen to Lehtinen, shot sailing just high over the goal. Tornado hit in here. The pass to Muller from Lindgren. Lindgren, who also serves as assistant coach for the Tornadoes, telling his team, let's go, let's go. Less than 4 minutes remain in the third period. Time becoming an increasingly precious commodity here for the Texas Tornadoes. Lindgren at the point. Connor, far wing, back to Lindgren. Muller's open right side. He'll take the shot, goes off the body of Yipa Auruela. Connor trying to get a ball off, but it's bouncing too much. The ball sent down back into Texas territory. 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Lindgren in the center to Jonsson. Chipped away there by Kotelwoto. Lindgren calling for Case Connor to come down to the wing. Muller with the ball around the goal line. Going behind the goal in Minnesota territory, off the wall. He'll find Lindgren. And now Lindgren, center court. Muller looking for an opportunity, goes off the legs of Vanjonpa. Less than 3 minutes. Like the train in Folsom Prison Blues, time keeps rolling on. New lines coming out here for both teams. 2:53 left on the clock. It'll be a Texas hit. Ted Niederstam, number 87. Leaving it there. It'll be Tukan Hiltonen set to take the hit. Off the back wall, Auroila back to Hiltonen. The shot attempt sails wide. Auroila fighting to maintain possession. One goal here could seal the game for Minnesota. Lehtinen on Muller. Fighting hard for possession. Linda able to get it out. Chipping down. Björninen on Zilicek. Zilicek going to release instead of leaving a lane open. 2.5 minutes. Zilicek pressing, trying to cut off the back route. He'll get the angle on Linda. Björninen driving down. Back to Auroila. Leto facing a two-man press. He'll get the pass out to Hiltonen. The shot saved by Strum. Another attempt by Lehtinen sailing out of bounds. It'll be Texas Tornadoes hit in. The Tornadoes going to take a timeout here with 2 minutes, 13 seconds left on the clock. Texas down 1 goal, 5-6 against the Growlers. Peter Lindgren talking strategy here with his team, looking to make any opportunity they can to either send this game to overtime or win it outright. It's a concerted huddle here with Peter Lindgren and head coach Frederick Holland. Minnesota feeling prepared. They're already ready to come back from the timeout. And with the whistle, it's time to resume play. And Texas going to make the dangerous move to play 6 field players here. They're leaving an open net. It hasn't paid off yet in the 2023 NAFL season, but there's always a time for firsts. Peter Lindgren, back to Niederstam. Lindgren, Niederstam, he's got Zilicek. Less than 2 minutes remain on the clock. Down Lindgren, over to Muller, nearly in, chipped out of bounds by Santurleto. It's going to be a Tornado hit in. It'll be number 7, Jonathan Muller, with the pass to Zilicek. Fake pass there. Niederstam now, far wing, coming in close. And go out, Lindgren, Jonsson in the center, Connor in the box. Niederstam, back to Lindgren. Looking for a chance. He'll get it to Muller. Posting out to the right side. Ball still in bounds. Down to Zilicek. Zilicek, another look. Down to Muller. Zilicek, still working that close lane. The press from Björninen, forcing the ball out to Niederstam. 1:15 remaining. Across, Zilicek goes off the body of Hiltonen. Nearly chipped in by Muller. And it's going to be a Minnesota ball off a high stick violation. 1:06 left on the clock. That is a crucial call. Referee timeout here to clean the court. Jacob Strum back out on the court for the Texas Tornadoes as Minnesota gets ready to take possession. For Minnesota, it's 1:06 to play keep away and to avoid making a vital mistake that leaves a shooting lane open. For Texas, it's all or nothing on this defense, looking to create any counterattack opportunity. Minnesota ball. Yeep Auroila set to take it. 66 seconds begins now. Niederstam behind his own goal, rushing around. Björninen able to steal it from him, trying for a Michigan. He's going to the far corner. Forced towards the wall. Play still fair. It's Niederstam here. 50 seconds on the clock. We go to Zilicek. 6 field players again here for the Tornadoes. Down to Lindgren. Over to Niederstam. The shot attempt. Nearly in. Saved by Arvinen. He'll be able to grab the ball just in time. Sending it down to Bjernen and Niederstam needing to beat him out there. Jonsson able to get it less than 30 seconds on the clock. Down to Silecek. Muller to Silecek. Looking for a chance. Goes off the stick there of Yipao Roila. It's going to be a Texas hit in. 18 seconds. Niederstam. Lindgren. The shot is good. Unbelievable. With 15 seconds left on the clock, Texas may have just sent this game to overtime. Your score, 15 seconds remaining in regulation play. It's now Texas Tornadoes 6, Minnesota Growlers 6. And it was such a mad grab there towards the box. Referees still working out who scored. The match record's going to reflect William Jonsson, but it was certainly a team effort there. The first time in the 2023 season that the six field player strategy has worked. It's 15 seconds to stay alive here for Texas. If they do, the game will go to a 5-minute sudden death overtime. If no team scores at the end of overtime, the match will go to a penalty shootout. It'll be Ted Niederstam on Tuukka Hiltunen for the faceoff. Recovery into Texas territory. Muller's there. 10 seconds. Muller chipping it down. He'll find Silecek. Intercepted there by Leto. 5 seconds. Leto, the shot saved by Strum. This game is going to overtime. Your score at the end of the regulation, Texas 6, Minnesota 6. In just a few minutes, we'll be back with a 5-minute sudden death overtime after a 2-minute intermission. We'll be back in just a few moments as we get ready to see the exciting conclusion of this incredible matchup between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. Well, floorball fans, it's almost time for sudden death overtime between the Texas Tornadoes and the Minnesota Growlers. This is only the second overtime game of the 2023 NAFL season. The other game was a Minnesota Growlers victory. They're certainly going to hope to replicate that experience, having already been to overtime once. The Texas Tornadoes going to try desperately to hold on and to get the goal here. For the Tornadoes, this would be their first victory on the season. They've been close every time they put up an impressive display, as we've seen in this game. Will it be time for them to finally convert? We'll see here as it's Niederstam on Hiltunen for the faceoff recovery. Linda down to Silecek. just wide left. Nearly a quick end. It's going to be a Texas hit in. Linda behind the goal. Zilacek bringing it into the box. Samuel Linda recovering for Texas. Off the leg of Järvinen. Now it's Björninen for the Growlers coming down. Texas territory. It's good. And after 23 seconds, the Minnesota Growlers get their second overtime victory in 4 games. It was the quick counterattack there by Björninen that ended overtime. Your final score here, live from Georgetown, Texas. It's the Texas Tornadoes 6, Minnesota Growlers 7. The Growlers will advance to 3-1 on the season. The Tornadoes falling to 0-4. They'll be back and hungrier than ever. Floorball fans, what a day of action we have had so far. It's not going to end just yet. We're going to come to you with an exclusive post-game interview. And, of course, don't forget to join us again tomorrow for more intense floorball matches from the North American Floorball League with games at 1, 4, and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Floorball fans of the North American Floorball League, we've just gotten done with an instant classic game between the Growlers and the Tornadoes. Joining me here, Eetu Vanjonpää. How are you feeling after this overtime victory?
Great. It's always nice to win OT, and yeah, I think we deserved this win.
What do you think was the key for your team to start coming back in the third period and to force the overtime in the first place?
We just play our game and believe what we are doing, and yeah.
And of course, your first season in the NAFL with a new team. You have a great record, 3-1. How do you feel about your performance so far?
Great. We all in this Growlers family want to win Troy Cup, and it needs wins, so.
Well, you're certainly on your way. Eetu Vanjonpää, thank you so much for joining us. Floorball fans, what a day we've had together with the North American Floorball League. Don't forget what you love today. You'll get to see more of it tomorrow. You can join us at 1, 4, and 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for more floorball action live from Georgetown, Texas. Until next time, I've been your host, Tanner David.